Hey, Mark here. I just want to give you a quick heads up. We had some technical difficulties on this episode, so the sound may sound a little off. However, this episode with Adam and I about Aquaman is loaded with some of the best bits in MFF history. We talk about Jason Statham being forgotten in a submarine. We have some really interesting discussions about sea beasts killing thousands of people. It's a lot of fun. There's some great stuff to find in here. Just be patient with some of the audio because we had those technical issues. But if you can stick it through, you're going to love every second of this. It's hilarious, and it's one of my favorites. All right, enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who is currently riding a 2.5-kilometer giant kraken. It's Adam Hodgins.
You know, when you come to do movies, films, and flicks, you gotta ride in style.
Yeah. I mean, we've had people on jet skis before, we've had people up on K2, and now you've conquered them all, Adam.
Well, yeah, but only within the seven seas. I can't take my kraken, up to K2, but I can climb underwater mountains twice as big. So who's really the winning here, actually?
Who can go further up? Who can go further down?
Right. You know, it's crazy, Mark, if you think about it for a second, that on Everest, people have tried to climb it and then just died there and stayed there. There's just frozen bodies halfway up the mountain.
Yep. No one's picking them up.
No, but they're used as like way markers now. When you get to the guy in the orange coat, you made it halfway. That's
Yep, there's Rick.
Yeah, it's just a crazy phenomenon that people would be like, yeah, let's go climb it. I know people have died and just stopped, just frozen to the mountain.
They don't move.
Yeah, let's try. That sounds like a good idea to try.
Don't learn from them.
No.
Don't make their mistakes. Wait, we're up here.
Yeah.
It's pretty, but you know what, man? You and I, we dove down to Atlantis and we did a ton of research with the people down there for this podcast. So are we just as crazy?
No, I think we're blessed.
Well, James Cameron took us down.
Yeah, he took us down in the submarine, the little sub.
The Abyss.
The Abyss. And then while we were going down there, we actually helped out Jason Statham, who was stuck in the sub from the Meg.
Yep. Can you believe he's been down there for 2 years now?
Yeah, they had to do some reshoots and they just forgot about him. He was not impressed.
And you know what? They just digitally, all of Luke's and Hobbs and Shaw, he was digital.
Yeah, 100%.
And then they went down there and they recorded his ADR.
Yeah, and that's why in Hobbs and Shaw he sounds a little tinny because he's in a submarine for all of that dialogue.
And then they forgot him again.
They got what they needed and they were out.
Statham, there's just something wrong with your voice, man. It sounds really tinny.
That's really tinny. Because I'm in a sub.
Oh man! So I was reading a lot of the research for this because there's over 2,000 shots in this film. All the hair's digital, everything's digital in this movie.
Yeah,
they did not go to. Believe it or not, they did not go to Atlantis to film this.
None of it was filmed underwater.
They didn't even go to the resort to shoot this.
Nope. They didn't even go to the pool.
Yeah, no pool. None of that. They shot mostly in Australia, then they shot plates kind of around the country.
Yeah, but remember in Titanic when James Cameron had that huge pool?
Yeah, in Mexico.
Yeah, and people were just freezing in the pool, getting hypothermia and stuff, filming that movie.
Mm-hmm.
None of that happened in this movie.
Everyone learned from Titanic and Waterworld. Crawl, $13 million budget. They shot it inside a studio in Siberia with heated water.
Yes.
We need movies like Waterworld and Titanic to not make movies like those movies.
Full transparency, I kind of love Waterworld.
Oh, listen, you see the budget. That budget, they built that atoll, then they dragged it out to sea, and they shot around it, and there were no bathrooms, so they had to take people back. They used all the steel in Hawaii. The steel industry was booming because of that movie.
It's kind of especially for a guy who loves the post-apocalyptic genre, and when it came out, I was in grade 8. So it was Mad Max on water, and I was it was just and at that point in time, I was this is as close to Aquaman as I'm going to get.
Yeah, you're right. You know what it didn't need though? You know what there could have been less of in this movie? In Waterworld. Jet
No, I don't.
skis. Why are there's monsters out there, and they're on little jet skis. They'll be eaten.
Yeah, but there's something that's like jet skis were like a thing that I first saw on a movie set, like on a movie.
Yeah.
Right? It's like almost one of those things in like the early 80s that was like unattainable, but you heard about people that had them. And so it was like kind of this like movie only thing. And then it's kind of like drones, right? Remember we first saw drones like in a movie?
Yeah.
And then now they're everywhere. But there was like this niche thing. So I think jet skis were a thing for a while, whereas like it's just a cool, inexpensive hop to have in a movie.
But they were slower than the boat. Kevin Costner outran them. And in the end, they drive straight into each other.
Yeah, no, the guys on the jet skis weren't bright.
They weren't. Wasn't there 4 of them and they all drove into each other?
Yeah, it's that classic, like, you know, I'm going to think in 2 dimensions while I'm fighting in a 3-dimensional world.
Can we go back to Jason Statham and the submarine sounding tinny? Because I think you and I have been doing this for well over a year. And I think that's one of your top 3 bits.
Well, I appreciate that.
I mean, we've had some great bits in this show. If you go back and listen to all of our episodes, we've had some legit bits.
We've gone on some like tangents for a long time.
We could do a best of episode, and we would just call it the bit hour.
Right.
You know, chew off a bit.
Little bit of a podcast.
Yeah. I wish I had that octopus who plays drums going ba-boom for me.
Right. And they did it, man. Okay, so
I just want to say something real quick, where my train of thought was going. The digital artist, he measured that Kraken, that Aquaman destroys probably 27,000 people times 50,000 people. He said at the end of the day, we measured it, that thing was 2.5 kilometers.
Yeah, because Aquaman's that awesome.
He comes out of the sea and he destroys those poor crab brine. Those crabs, lobsters, shrimp, whatever they were being attacked. Their territory was being attacked by Orm and the armies that he brought with him. Instead of Aquaman defending them, he comes from the earth on a 2.5 kilometer monster and wipes probably 73% of all the brine creatures out. So they started off the day going, we're going to have a battle with this Orm. Who's Orm? We're going to battle him. P-Dubs, Patrick Wilson. They're like, we're going to take him out. And a sea kraken comes out from below them. That's a bad day for the brine.
No, it's not a great day, but here's the thing, man.
Would you say it's a grind in the brine?
I wouldn't say that, but I'd support you saying it. Here's the thing. War has collateral damage. So they chose to go into war, and this is what happens.
Wait, did they choose to go into war? Because they were being attacked.
Yeah, but I think they were like, bow to us, right? Like, submit to us. And they're like, no, the brine will never, like, bow to you.
Well, that brine guy was about to be killed. And then P-Dubs was going to take their army. And then Aquaman, and so they were about to have a truce right then and there. Aquaman interrupts it and just kills all of them.
Aquaman was pretty BA in this movie. So I am a long time like Aquaman fan. Like, even back in like the 80s when he was like the lame guy with the drum playing octopus and like he wasn't the upper tier. Like I was still like Aquaman's the way. Like I loved Aquaman. Always did. And so again, when Waterworld came out, I was like, this is as close as we're going to get to an Aquaman movie. And that's like kind of why I loved it. And then when you heard that there was going to be a Justice League movie and an Aquaman movie, you're like, oh, because DC, they missed the mark on a lot. Like when Green Lantern came out, it was like, it's a chore to watch that movie. Yeah. Right? And like the first time I met you, I was wearing a Green Lantern outfit.
Yeah.
So like,
we took pictures. It was you, John Cross, and me, and I showed a fist and I had a nice flannel on, and you and John put out your Green Lantern rings.
Right. So I'm like a big Green Lantern fan, but that movie is a chore to watch. Like it is not a fun watch. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's maybe, so DC oftentimes like just swings and misses. So, and here's the thing, and I think I've said this before, but like Jonah Hex, that movie, which was just, it had all the ingredients. It just left it on the pot too long and it just didn't work.
Stuck to the bottom.
Yeah, but I'm sad because we're not going to get another Jonah Hex movie. Like, they had their chance. It's not like Superman or Batman. We're like, well, there's always money here. They were like, hey, can we make a Jonah Hex movie? And Warner Brothers said, okay, we'll roll the dice here because comic book movies are huge right now. and it just missed the mark, and that will be the last Jonah Hex movie we ever get. 100%. So when they're doing the Justice League thing to try to catch up with Avengers, and Aquaman's going to get a solo movie, and then you saw Dawn of Justice, and you saw how like rough that was to watch. Like that was pretty brutes. And then Suicide Squad with its problems, and you're like, and even Justice League when it came out, and you're like, what is actually going on with these movies? And then you're like, Wonder Woman was excellent, but you're like, is that the exception? And you're like, is Aquaman going to be an unwatchable movie? Are they going to take the thing I love and just kind of destroy it so it just goes away forever? But this movie I had more fun watching this movie in the theater than I've had in the theater since I can remember. Like I was cheering Aquaman on in the theater in this movie.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me any question you want, Mark.
Now, do you love this movie so much that when people have comments that are against it, you go into a blind rage? Or do you know it's just a bombastic, borderline insane, big budget movie that is kind of beautiful?
Yes, that's exactly what I look at it as. And here's what I said to my friend Steve while we were in the theater watching. I was there with my kids and they were loving it because it's fantastic. But there's the opening scene where there's like this love story between, Aquaman's parents, and that's kind of beautiful. And there's a great action sequence when
she eats his fish, and she destroys his TV, and then he's like, "Hey, it's cool."
Yeah, but even in those moments, like she eats his fish so he can quote a movie he was in 1994. Yeah. Right, and then she throws a spear to the TV, but there's an old TV show called Stingray on the TV. So it's like a reference. It's mint. But there's this sweet action sequence where she's like fighting all those guards with her trident. Like that was so good. And then we cut to like Aquaman fighting these eco-terrorists on the submarine. And granted, he leaves them there to die.
Let the ocean, talk to the ocean.
Right. But after that sequence is done, like he lifts out of the water and he's just like, and it establishes him in that first 5 minutes. It establishes him as like a Superman level hero. He's like bulletproof and he's like sword proof and he's not just a guy who talks to fish. He's a legit superhero. And so that the sequence ends where like he saves that sailor and then Black Manta's dad dies and Aquaman like jumps into the water. And I turned to my friend Steve and I just said, they could roll the credits right now and I would have got my money's worth. That's all I wanted to see was just like establish Aquaman as a legit hero. And so the rest of the movie has its problems, but I don't care because the first 10 minutes is my money. I'm like, that's all I care about.
I listened to that CinemaSins, Everything Wrong with It, and it's 21 minutes long. Ooh. And while I get what they're saying, I think CinemaSins works when you don't like the movie and they're hating on it, and you're like, yeah. But with Aquaman, I almost feel like it's almost too self-aware and too knowingly destructive and dumb to pick at a lot. Like, yeah. So you and I'm writing this article right now, and it should be on the Movies, Films, and Flicks site by the time this gets released. But I wrote an article about how there's a scene in this movie where King Orm sends massive tidal waves all over the Pacific, and some reach the Pacific and kind of the Asian countries, right? Right. There's a tidal wave that hits Maine that killed thousands, right? Took boats onto shore, destroyed warcraft. I mean, I counted, there's like 50 warships destroyed. And in the world, there's 4,500 warships, which means, carriers are in the billions of dollars. Submarines are in the billions of dollars. Then you have power grids. Then you have flooding. Then you have death. Then you have all the boats in the marinas. And then you have the sea life, the baby turtles, the roads. I mean, so I did the math, and there's trillions of dollars in damage, right? Trillions. Right. Not like, yeah, right, Mark. We're talking a worldwide strike of tidal waves that wiped out. And also, I looked up a chart of all the boats that are going around the world, tankers, the ones with all the storage boats, like the ones taking the, the big containers around the world. Yep. They would have been in the way. So we're just talking trillions. That's the 45th most crazy thing in this movie, right? Yes. That scene has billions of property damage. In Man of Steel, there's about 300 billion, and the world harped on it for years. They're still talking about it. In Avengers, when the aliens attack New York, there's $180 billion. Okay, people are still writing articles about that. This movie had trillions. Trillions. Yes. And people just went, wait, did I just see an octopus playing drums? Wait, is Nicole Kidman dressed like a predator? Wait, is that Jaimin Hunsu? Wait, did Dolph Lundgren just take off his helmet and swish his hair in the air? Wait, was that Dolph Lundgren on a seahorse?
Yeah. There's so much going on.
Like, why? How much is that glass at the aquarium going to cost that just cracked? Like,
what did you think of the shark work in this movie?
Oh,
as a shark expert.
Well, the shark work was glorious. Listen, anytime that there is like a laser on a shark, right? We're talking like Austin Powers level spoofing right here. There's lasers on sharks. It's brilliant. And then when Aquaman turns the sharks against the people and they start eating the Atlantans, oh man. And when the sharks got killed, I got really pissed though. There's a scene where Aquaman gets on a seahorse.
Yeah.
And Orm is on his giant mosasaurus or whatever it was. And they play a game of chicken. And this is a brilliant, beautiful seahorse that is probably hundreds of years old, right? Thousands.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Aquaman just rides it straight into Orm's shark's mouth.
Right.
Like, this movie's crazy.
It's crazy. No, here's the thing.
There's no regard for life, right? Or Italian villas or wine shops. I mean, people get murdered.
Not at all.
None. But I think that's why it works is because James Wan knows it's that crazy.
So here's the only thing, and again, huge fan of this movie, huge Aquaman fan, I'm a DC guy. Here's the one thing I don't get about this movie. The one thing that bothers me is you're right. It's trillions of dollars of worldwide damage. This would be on Superman's radar.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's kind of the thing that Marvel does well is that they have these big Avengers movies, but then the solo movies are kind of a smaller scale as that to not need the Avengers' full attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Captain America Civil War, you didn't need the other people.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Winter Soldier.
Right. Right.
Cap and Falcon and Black Widow can take care of that.
Or kind of like Shazam. As fun as that was, it was such a smaller scale that the Justice League wasn't going to be aware of what was going on in, Fawcett City. But this movie, it would definitely be on Superman's radar.
If Orm has this much power, why didn't he just send tidal waves everywhere and just wipe out the Earth? He could have.
Right.
Like, we've seen what tsunamis do in Japan, in Louisiana, and areas like that. You can do it. You can do it. Just wipe out all the coastal cities in the world. The economy is not going to recover anytime soon.
Not at all.
None.
Not at all.
Well, so why did he need all the other armies when he was capable of just doing that right off the bat?
Well, I think that he didn't want to do that. I think he just wanted to be the king, so he needed the other armies to give himself that position, right? Like he needed their support because it was like the different realms of the ocean, or whatever. It's a political move. He didn't want to flex that muscle if he didn't have to.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, anytime.
He looked like Super Shredder at the end.
Yeah, no, actually, he looked exactly like Ocean Master at the end. When he put that mask on, I was like,
that's what Ocean Master looks like?
Like picture perfect from the comic book.
Oh, so that was before Shredder then, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, there was moments in this movie where I was like, they went for it. Like even Aquaman with like the mama, like talking to sea life with like the rings. I was like, he did it. Like they took the nonsense that was like 60s Aquaman and they just did it without apologizing.
And they put the suit on him.
Yeah, the original suit was fantastic.
Listen, this is a movie where in the beginning where Aquaman knocks a guy out, there's a guitar, like he has his own guitar motion for him. His theme is a guitar lick. So once I heard that, I was like, okay. But after watching it, man, I was just, the first time I watched it, right? I'm going to say I liked it, but it's weird because when you technically, me, this movie should have been an all-timer for me, right?
Yeah.
With sharks, Dolph Lundgren on a seahorse and sharks and P-dubs.
Now, did you know Dolph was in this movie before you went and saw it?
Yes, I do. I did.
I had no idea, and it took me, I was like, Dolph, like I yelled Dolph Lundgren's name in the theater when I saw him.
Can I tell you something cool?
Yeah.
So I work under the moniker Lundgren's front kick on Reddit. I did that for years. Years. I was Lundgren's front kick, and I released some massive data posts on there. Dolph Lundgren's first Instagram photo for Aquaman, he's like training front kicks, getting ready for Aquaman.
Amazing.
Yep. So I framed that. Actually, I tattooed it. It's on my back.
Yeah, in your like Polynesian tattooed body now.
Yep.
It's all Dolph Lundgren stories.
I Must Break You. It's all text from his movies. It's pretty great.
What would you say the best 3 Dolph Lundgren quotes of all time are?
The best 3. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I Must Break You.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be all from Rocky IV, but I think Traitor from Universal Soldier, Traitor, and his speech, which I included his speech in an article, but I got cut. That was kind of a bummer. But it must be all Rocky IV because I have the power, He-Man, right?
Yeah, but I think he can't hear you from Universal Soldier.
Oh yeah, he crushes it. He should have he should have an Oscar for that.
He should, right? He absolutely should.
That's what the Oscars should be for. It's like, yes, we know that there were better performances. Daniel Day-Lewis, every time he acts, should be nominated for an Oscar. But if some new blood, if Dolph Lundgren puts in a performance like that, it's like, listen, Daniel, we get it. You're amazing. You know you're amazing. We know you're amazing. We'll save you a trip. We're going to give this award to Dolph because look at this dude. Like, this was great.
What about if they added a category to the Oscars? And I think we should petition this. And the category wasn't best performance, but it was most exceeded expectations.
No one would come for that, but I get it. I love it.
Right? You're like, well, no one thought that the British kid was going to be a good Spider-Man, but he really blew our expectations out the water.
Yeah, that kid he is so good.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, man.
What was the movie we were going to put Tom Holland in?
Oh gosh.
We were going to do a remake of 18 again with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Tom Holland.
Yep. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
It win an Oscar for most best expectations blown.
We should make 37 again with Dolph Lundgren and I.
Yes. I just think you should play a young Dolph Lundgren in his biopic.
I think so too. I mean, I'd have to work out a lot. I'm the same height. Yeah. I don't have the jawline.
But the cinematic forgiveness, right? Like, Joaquin Phoenix didn't look like Johnny Cash, but he looked like Johnny Cash.
If I started working out now, I could play him when he was 39.
Yeah.
Give me 2 years.
Right.
But you know what I love about this movie too is that it had a
Amber Heard's wig.
Oh god. Well, that wasn't even a. Oh yeah, that was pretty gnarly. But first movie wigs are always bad.
Yes.
They always get better in the sequel. So you can never judge a wig by the first picture. And that's my theory. That was my high school yearbook quote.
That's a great yearbook quote.
Yeah, that was mine. And people said, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Mark. But this was a $160 million movie directed by James Wan in his home country where he came from, Australia. He moved there eventually, but that's where he learned. That's where he went to school. That's where he came out with Lee Wannell, who's a pilot in this, by the way. And $160 million went into this movie with Nicole Kidman. We're like, the lead is Jason Momoa with Dolph Lundgren, P-Dubs. P-Dubs is a St. Pete boy. That's where I'm from. Watching Patrick Wilson. So I was watching training videos on this, and he got jacked for this. When he and Momoa were next to each other, they were pretty close in size. And then Yaya, who played Manta, he got all ripped up too. Now,
didn't Patrick Wilson play the president in Dawn of Justice?
Dawn of Justice.
Like Batman v Superman?
P-Dubs was the president?
Yeah, because he's a Zack Snyder boy, right?
Well, he's in Watchmen.
Yeah, so hold on. I think he was the president.
I want to see him be the president in one of those Gerard Butler movies. And it's just him and Jerry Butler running around killing people.
Atlantis Has Fallen?
Yeah, King Orm is being protected by Gerard Butler? Butler? Hey, can you make that poster? And
yeah,
wait,
for sure.
Wait, it would have to be Jason Momoa then, right? As the president?
No, maybe. I'll see what I can do.
We love P-Dubs, right? But, I mean, maybe P-Dubs escapes. Oh, man, Atlantis. Can you make that? Oh, my gosh. Can we just talk? Yeah. Can we make that movie up?
Atlantis Has Fallen, 100%.
And 100%. Sharks are in it. We talk about fake movies with sharks.
It's kind of our thing.
Yeah. The Sunset Shark Club and Sharks in Sweden.
Sunset Shark Log. We need to think of like the third of our shark trilogy.
You don't think Aquaman, Atlantis Has Fallen is?
I think so, but I think that we don't make it Aquaman canon. We just make it a Gerard Butler. The next thing is he goes to Atlantis, like a different version of Atlantis, but Atlantis Has Fallen.
Oh, okay. Can Timothy wait, who'd be a good president for him to act alongside?
Ooh.
Man, so we got...
Look at this. Patrick Wilson, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, President of the United States, just his voice.
Wow. P-Dubs has been the prez.
In the same universe.
That's amazing. Does Watchmen exist in the DCEU?
No, but maybe. Like, they, in the comic books, they kind of like brought them, like retconned it so that it was in that world.
Got it.
But I don't think it, well, maybe it is, because did you watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths episodes of the Arrowverse?
No, were they good?
Yeah, they were good, but they kind of tied every DC movie or show ever saying that they're in the same multiverse. Like they really did it. They had Ezra Miller, a guest cameo on The Flash.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When's that guy gonna make his movie?
I don't think that movie's ever gonna happen. I don't think so.
It just keeps losing directors.
Yeah.
If I was a director and I wanted to lose a job, I'd be hired for that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So here's what's going to happen is Atlantis Has Fallen will be this. The president of the United States is Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
And Gerard Butler is his guy. There's going to be a nuclear threat, like a legit nuclear threat. And that's going to cause, for the first time ever, the states to actually go to DEFCON 0. Which is like never been heard of before. It's one more important than DEFCON 1. So they go to DEFCON 0, and what that does is it opens up a line of communication to Atlantis, which has been like a known commodity by like 5 people in the States. They know Atlantis exists, but it's like a fallout plan. Like that's our escape plan, is to go to Atlantis. And so they open up a line of communication between Morgan Freeman and the president of Atlantis, whoever that would be. And then they have to go there and it's just, they have an underwater Olympus Has Fallen style, adventure in Atlantis. Atlantis Has Fallen.
I love it.
And the president who would be like a counterpart to Morgan Freeman.
So like a Sigourney Weaver?
Or I was thinking, John Malkovich.
John Malkovich is the president of Atlantis?
Yeah. Or maybe it'd be somebody who's like...
No. It's John Malkovich.
John Malkovich?
And can Keith David be his vice president?
Yes, and David Keith will be the villain.
Oh. A bad Atlantan who works in the cabinet that sent them there to bring the president down there to be killed.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you think Keith David might be bad, but it turns out it's David Keith.
David Keith is the villain the whole time. It's like a double flip. You think you're like, he's the bad guy, but maybe not. And then they tease that it's going to be that way. But it's revealed that it was, he was a good guy the whole time. I like it.
Now, I'm getting us off track, but I'm kind of putting us on track. And I want to get your feelings on sand.
I think it's gritty.
Yeah.
I don't like it I hate going to the beach and then putting your shoes on to come home. There's always sand in your shoes and it's gritty.
Yeah.
I'm risking quoting Anakin Skywalker right now. It's like, I don't like sand. It's coarse and it's rough. I don't think sand could break your fall if you jumped out of an airplane.
They would survive, obviously, right? Because their bone density is so strong because they're under pressure so long. So that's what makes them bulletproof when they're on Earth. However, they fall into that sand. Mira and him are probably going to go 8 feet in. They're going to have sand everywhere.
Regardless of how dense they are as people, they're still like the physics of dropping out of an airplane and hitting the ground that hard.
They're going to be covered in sands everywhere.
Yeah. Did
you see one of the scene an hour later when they're swimming around and sand is just trailing off of them?
I didn't, but I did see the Annabelle doll in this movie.
Yeah, underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're like,
Annabelle Doll's in Shazam too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it in Shazam. Where is it in Shazam?
It's in the house.
Okay.
Yeah. I pitched that idea once, it got turned down. But yeah, that Annabelle doll, that means the Warrens exist where, do you think with Orm? So Orm has a twin brother on Earth.
Right.
Wow.
And the president has his voice.
Jeez Louise. There's a lot of P-dubs running around this world.
Oh, and that's what I'm okay with that.
Yeah. The world needs more P-dubs. He did he was on an episode of Happy Sad Confused with Justin Long and the guy, oh man, I forget his name. The guy from Stranger Things and Hellboy, David Harbour.
Yeah.
And they had P-dubs up to sing, and he sang a acoustic Noel and just belted it out, and everyone cheered for him. He's a good guy.
So what's your favorite P-dub?
My favorite P-dub? All right, how about this? Let's do a P-dub draft right now.
Okay.
All right, we'll each pick 5 P-dub movies. I have a number. Oh, dude, so I was doing a podcast the other day. John Levingood, you're listening. And I was like, pick a number between 1 and 2, and he's like, 1.5. All right, so either 1 or 2. What is it?
2.
All right, you go first.
All right. Very good. I would say that here we go.
He has so many good ones, man.
He has so many good ones. I'm gonna say, William Travis from The Alamo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. You know me, I'm a sucker for Westerns, and The Alamo that was a great movie, that Billy Thornton Alamo movie.
Oh, I love Billy Bob's my boy, you know that, and P-dubs. That was his first major role. So I went and saw that in St. Pete because we knew he was a St. Pete guy.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to steal from you, and I'm going to pick a Western. I'm going to do Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah. Oh, you love Bone Tomahawk.
What's one of yours now?
He was in the A-Team as an agent.
Yes, he was very good in that.
Yeah, so I'm going to say whatever that agent's name was from the A-Team.
All right, the A-Team. All right, that's a very good pick. I'm a little jealous now. All right, so you know what?
You picked Bone Tomahawk.
Why? I'm a big fan, man.
Well, I'm saying you can't be jealous of me when you picked Bone Tomahawk.
I'm going to lose this one, but I'm a big fan of his work in Young Adult.
Okay.
Have you seen Young Adult?
Yeah, it's great.
I like that his character doesn't fall for her. Instead, he goes to his wife and he's like, hey, we got to do something for her because she's in some trouble. It subverted a lot of trends that I was tropes that I was worried about.
Yep.
You have Alamo, A-Team, I have Bone Tomahawk, and Young Adult.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna just go Josh Lambert from Insidious.
Oh, I love the Insidious films.
Yeah, no, that whole thing is great.
Elise is a hero, man. When do you ever get people like Elise being heroes? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something creepy here. Hard Candy.
Hard Candy.
Have you seen that movie?
I haven't, but it's on my to watch list.
It's gritty, and it's gritty P-dub.
Okay.
All right. What's your fourth?
I can get behind that. Ed Warren.
Which one?
Ed Warren from The Conjuring.
Oh man, you're gonna crush me here.
Well, I'm just saying, if I get Ed and Josh from Insidious and The Conjuring, nothing can hurt us. We're protected.
Yeah, you guys are good. All right. I can't pick Bone Tomahawk twice. So no, we're doing 6 movies because there's so many. I'm gonna do this. I like him in Phantom of the Opera. I love his singing. So I'm going Phantom of the Opera with Jerry Butler.
So I was gonna say, yeah, well, I guess it's not his version of Atlantis, because it'd be him and Jerry Butler get back together for Atlantis Has Fallen.
Oh man. Wait, Emmy Rossum needs to make an appearance then.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go different, a little bit, and I'm gonna go Lou Solverson from the Fargo TV show.
Oh, that's cheating, because that's my favorite TV show.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, that's cheating. It's not really cheating.
It's not cheating.
I love him in that show.
Outside the box.
Man, I felt, all right, so I gotta go here. No, I'm gonna do this, and who knows what people are gonna say, who knows what people are gonna think. No one is even gonna know this movie, right? But I'm doing Stretch, because I really enjoy that movie and not that many people have seen it. So when they see this up on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook and they can vote for it, they might see Stretch and be like, oh, what's Stretch? I'll go watch it.
Right. Now, do you think that Patrick Wilson should play Stretch Armstrong?
Yes.
right?
Yeah, easily.
I think
And Inspector Gadget.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick's Inspector Gadget movie?
Oh, man. Yeah,
And
I
then
do.
the
And,
sequel had
Rupert Everett was the bad guy.
Yeah, and then the sequel had French Stewart.
Yeah. Classic. I like the sequel better than the first one.
Did you?
No.
That's a bold choice.
All right, sixth pick. What's your sixth pick?
My sixth pick would be Night Owl from Watchmen.
Oh, that's why I did six, because I wanted that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Took all your stuff.
You know what? Maybe you should have picked that. I should have picked that instead of Stretch or Bone Tomahawk. All right, so I got to go weird here, man. I gotta swing for the fences, right? I gotta go strange. I gotta go weird. I mean, he has so many more. There's a bunch of good Little Children. He's very good in. No one's even know what that is.
Running with Scissors was great.
You know what? I'm gonna do Angels in America. That's one of the movies that got him his big start. He was really good in that. I liked him a lot. I'm gonna do that. Angels in America.
All right.
All right. So you have The Alamo, A-Team, Insidious, Conjuring, Fargo, and Watchmen. I have Bone Tomahawk, Young Adult, Hard Candy, Family Opera, Stretch, and Angels in America. So I guess what's your favorite P-dubs then?
I think my favorite P-dubs is probably from Annabelle.
Yeah. I would say I like his character a lot in that. Just a good dude.
Yeah, it's just those movies are so well thought out. They're the kind of horror that I like because you turn the movie off and you still feel weird about it.
Oh, that red lipstick demon. And also, James Wan directed that as well. And The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Man, that P-dubs, J-dubs combination strong.
Dude, James Wan is kind of like the bomb.
He's Furious 7 made over $1 billion, 1.5 billion. This made over $1 billion. He makes money. Conjurings are all banks. Insidious, Saw. That guy makes money.
I don't think he's made a bad movie.
So I need to watch Death Sentence again. I think that movie's more bleak than I expected, and it's just a dour, mean little thing.
Yeah.
And then the one with the doll was just fun. I had no qualms against that one.
Yep.
And even Ryan Quanten starred in it, so I don't have any qualms about Quanten. I'm bringing it today.
But he was like writer-director for The Conjuring, right?
Yeah.
So that's always when people get to do their best stuff, was when they're like the writer-director produce. Like when they have more fingers in the pie, they can really see their passion kind of come out in it.
He can fan himself with $100 bills right now for the movies he's made.
Yeah.
I do have a qualm with him though. So I watched a lot of behind the scenes videos on Aquaman. I wanted to learn about the digital effects. I sent you pictures of the blue screen, green screen. They built that entire, so they went and took plates of that entire Italian villa, and then they built it on a back lot, and it was all green screen in Australia, so they could get the sweeping camera motions, because you couldn't do that in an actual town. That's actually a very ABC structured action scene. The one with Manta in Italy. I'm annoyed at how much they destroy and how much wine she destroys. But you know the geography of the town, and that's why it's impressive. What was I trying to get to before I got sidetracked?
I don't know, just how great this movie is. Should have got the Oscar, Best Picture.
Yeah,
Aquaman.
Best Picture. We tried Best Picture.
The best expectations blown.
Man, well, I had a point. James Wan
could fan himself with $100
bills.
But you had a problem with him.
Oh, so all the behind the scenes videos. Alright, so, you know when you play football with a piece of paper that you wrap up into a football?
Yeah.
So touch your thumbs together and kind of make that U, like that.
Yeah.
Or take your pointer fingers and point them together and then do
the end zone.
With your thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
He all of his videos, behind the scenes pictures, he's doing that. Every single photo. And when I was making a short film with my students, I teach film. We made a short film that we're getting into film festivals and everything. I made a joke. I'm like, whenever someone's going to take a photo of you, point at something. So if you ever see somebody taking a behind the scenes photo, some BTS, point. Yeah. Because then you'll look like an AD or a director. And then I watch all of his scenes and he's doing every single photo. It's him doing that. Now, obviously he has to, but it's just kind of funny because that's just what you normally see with directors. So he does that a lot.
It seems like a very 80s director thing to do.
This is what we got to do here. Question. Like we didn't know. Yeah. But everything James Wan is, it's just those hands out. I am making this up right now is what he's saying.
Yeah. I need to just visualize because I want to look like I know what I'm doing.
And I love that So you and I are, you're Rick and you're Ricky and I'm Bobby, right? We're Atlantan guards and we have a scene where we're a bunch of doofuses and we let Mira go, right? And then she goes and saves Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
You and I are essentially on a seesaw that's on a rig that's just, burly men are lifting us up and down. And then we're looking like we're floating with digital hair with a blue screen in the background. And the seesaw is blue.
Yeah.
That's what our acting would be. How would you be able to, how would you feel about that?
I think it'd be hard to act against that.
Yeah. Well, you and I would be all right because we have bits.
Yeah.
We get hired together. Like, remember that time you got hired by yourself on Shazam? That was not good.
Right. I think that we would be the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of any movie we were in.
Yes, exactly.
Right? They're just like, we're in our own story.
And it's like, wait, we saw them in Shazam, we saw them in Watchmen, we saw them in Batman v Superman, we saw them in Green Lantern, they were in Justice League, they were in Wonder Woman. Who are these guys?
Exactly. So Wonder Woman, we're in the DC world right now, so I want to just take a quick thing. Chris Pine is in Wonder Woman 2, or like Wonder Woman 84. What's your theory, Mark?
I don't even have it. I don't have one. I've decided I'm just going to embrace it because I like the chemistry of Gal Gadot and him. So when I saw it, I immediately went, nope, it works. It's perfect. Smart.
Smart. Brilliant.
Now, if other actors by the name of Chris were in it, I'd be like, this is total crap. No, I'm joking. What's your theory? Twin? Frozen in ice?
I think it's going to be a clone.
Whoa.
I think it's going to be revealed to be a clone at the end. I think they're not going to know. He's just going to be there. And that'll be part of the thing, is figuring out where he came from. And then they're going to find a room full of his clones. And then he's going to have like a day to live, like AI.
Oh, so just a day to live? Just dropping dead?
Yeah.
Or the Prestige?
Yes. Well, remember in Artificial Intelligence when he had the lock of his mom's hair and then he waited in that snowbank for like 1 billion years and then that robot came and found him and was like, we can bring your mother back, but she'll only last a day.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be that kind of situation. At the end, it's going to be like, I've only got 48 hours left to live. I want to spend it with you, Diana. And they'll get to have their cake and eat it too.
That sounds great, but so at the end of that 48 hours, does he just like drop into like a soup?
He's going to go into like powder from like the 1960s Batman.
Oh.
So he's just going to be dehydrated in a little stack of sand.
He was going to dehydrate him. You know what I love about that old series is the Joker sprung himself from prison one time with an actual spring on the pitcher's mound.
Right.
Brilliant.
I think that no matter what joke is made in that old 60s show and whatever Joker movie could be made now, or we're going to go, nothing is better than Cesar Romero painting his mustache.
Yes, because he didn't want to get rid of it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to shave my mustache. I don't have to grow a new one. I'll just paint it.
I think perfect.
It's just like, that this embodies everything about that TV show perfectly.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Hey, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a lot more Aquaman to talk about. How's that sound? We'll talk about more.
I love it.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I almost just jumped in with a question. I almost didn't even lead us back into the episode here, but was Orm's plan to have Manta steal a submarine to blow up ancient statues? So then Orm will be like, oh, look, they're attacking us, so I can create trillions of dollars and kill thousands of people. That seems very naive of Dolph. Like Dolph Lundgren's character, he's like, we don't normally go this close to the surface. And then a submarine shows up. You know what I mean? So
there's a lot of logic leaps for this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think what we establish here is that Orm is bad and just doesn't care. He doesn't care about collateral damage, doesn't care about history, antiquities. He only cares about Orm and power. That's it.
So does he not know what happened to his mom? Because that's a dark subplot, what happens to Nicole Kidman. He thinks that Aquaman and the Earth killed her, not that she was forced to go back to Atlantis and essentially forced to have a baby with a guy and then he sent her to the trench.
Right.
Does he not know that?
No, I don't think he knows that. You can't know that you can't be that heartless to your mom.
Yeah. And then he learns, he's like, my bad.
Especially in this DCEU, because it's like moms mean everything. Martha means everything. These movies,
Martha?
right? So, Martha. If Lex Luthor had a mother named Martha, nobody would fight anybody. They would just all be happy.
What if he had more Mama's iced tea?
Yeah, they really went for it, didn't they? They really went for it. So there's supposed to be a Trench horror movie spin-off.
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, that'd be amazing. And you know what's so I was listening to this podcast. It was a spoiler special. And people were complaining, like, where is this trench? Is it the Mariana? Like, where this trench doesn't fit our world. And that made me so annoyed, because it's just a trench somewhere in the ocean. Who cares, right?
Yes, Superman isn't in our world either.
This is a variation of our world, correct? With a metropolis, with a Gotham.
Exactly. With a Justice League, if we're going to be fair about this. Like,
yeah.
It's definitely not our world. And that's the other thing, too. If you're going to watch a movie about a man who rides a shark with a laser on his head underwater, you can't be like, well, the trench isn't a geographic place. If you're already suspending your disbelief.
I think I liked Aquaman more when those people were complaining about the trench. Because I just went, come on now.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing, right? It's, I don't know. It's crazy.
That's a striking visual of the trench.
So this movie looked incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, next to none. It looked so good. Actually, I watched this and I went to my wife and I said, the live action Little Mermaid movie had better get its act together to look this good.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Disney money, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that sweet Disney money. How much would you freak out if there was a Jason Momoa Aquaman cameo in The Little Mermaid?
Oh, it's going to happen.
It has to.
I mean, come on. He'll be there. He'll just be boogieing in the background. You know that scene in Return of the Jedi when Chewbacca's just dancing the night away in the background?
Yep.
That's going to be him. And you're going to have to squint and you're going to have to look.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can squint and look. Like when Thomas Jane's Punisher was in Spider-Man 2?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He was, buddy.
Well, Spider-Man 2 is like my first or second favorite superhero movie ever. Now it's my number one. No, Unbreakable's still my number one. But then now it's a firm number two.
Okay. Did Glass kind of ruin Unbreakable for you?
No.
Okay.
M. Night Shyamalan. See, do you know what bothered me about Glass? It's
the movie?
It's
just all of it?
It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. He's not going to do what you want. He's going to do something different. There's going to be a twist. He's not going to have the rock'em sock'em robot action scene. It's going to be more cerebral. It's going to be more weird. There's going to be pauses. It's not going to go how you want. That's what he's always done his entire life. So I went in there knowing there's not going to be a fist fight on top of the Empire State Building, or in Philly, whatever the tallest building in Philly is. They're not going to, they're not like going to destroy the Liberty Bell. It's just going to be it's a low budget movie. The budget was tiny. It's just going to be it's going to be an M. Night Shyamalan movie. So my expectations were set. So when I went in there, that was my favorite movie of 2019 for about the first, 5-6 months of the year. Just because I love James McAvoy in the role. I loved seeing Sam Jackson just do his plans. Bruce Willis didn't look like he was asleep. I like the idea of the security business. I mean, it was a good movie. I liked that they wanted to what that team wanted to do. I liked that there was a larger world. I dug it. I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I almost sell you?
No, it just didn't happen.
No.
Mark, I'm going to do something right now that I need you to do. I'm right now sending you an image on your messenger.
Okay. So
I need you to look at.
So while I'm looking at it, how does Aquaman know what swamp butt is?
I think that he's lived on Earth for a long time, right? Like he didn't grow up in Atlantis.
Yeah.
So he knows all of our stuff.
So he knows about the swamp butt.
He knows about the swamp butt.
Now, another question. You are a international sea pirate, right?
Okay. Yep.
And all you want is revenge on Aquaman.
Yep.
You get thrown ancient gold treasure. Revenge costs money. Are you just going to be like, I just want Aquaman? I'm going to say, yes, I want Aquaman, but I'm going to need this to buy fuel and weapons. Yeah, no. Would you kick that gold away?
No, not at all.
No. Did that bother you a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, but again, I was just having so much fun that I didn't super care.
Can I ask you another question?
You can ask me any questions you want, Mark.
So Mira has crazy powers. Does she have those powers because her dad is Dolph Lundgren?
Yes.
So why does he not have powers?
So it's actually, it's like a comic book thing. It's like,
oh my gosh, he is in this.
Right? How crazy is that? Thomas Jane in Spider-Man 2 as the Punisher.
Wow. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. So where did her powers come from?
It's like, it's called something specific. It's like water magic, or, I'm doing it here. There's like a name for it. It's like a skill that Atlanteans can learn. Oh, what's this called here? Hold on.
Oh, so she learned that skill.
Yeah, no, it's like you and I would learn juggling, and,
okay. So she just was taught that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Hydrokinesis is what it's called.
Oh, so she just went to the best schools and knows it.
Yeah.
Can any Atlantean learn it?
I think so. I think it's like a skill that anybody can learn, but some are more inclined to it than others.
Got it.
Yeah, and being of royal blood doesn't hurt either.
How awesome would it be to see Dolph Lundgren do... You know how Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen does the raving stuff? And she shoots those things? How great would it be to see Dolph do that and shoot water cannons from his hands?
I'd love to see Dolph do anything, but that would be incredible.
I'd walk out of the theater. I'd leave.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
What was a better character and performance, Stallone in Guardians 2 or Dolph in Aquaman?
Oh, Dolph in Aquaman, because this is what I love. I love that Stallone is in it. I really like that. I love the cliffhanger reunion. It's amazing. And I was on set for those days too. But here's what Sylvester in this movie kind of yells. He's just angry at Yondu. And at the end he pops up and he's like, yeah, we're cool. And in Aquaman, Dolph has more of a nuanced role. He doesn't want to be part of King Orm's role, but he gets snookered into it. And then he kind of gets led into this battle where he's never sure of it. And you know what I mean? He's more of a nuanced character than Stallone is. Stallone was a very welcome treat in this movie and in Guardians 2, but I liked the nuance in Dolph. What about you?
I think that they really played their hand well, that in this movie they got to have their Dolphin eat it too. So he got to be like a villain, like he got to play a nemesis, but also was kind of tricked so that he got to also be, at the end, he got to be like a hero and he got to be part of like the continuing story of Atlantis.
Yep. And I like that. Now he'll be good. He'll work with, and then he's the dad to Amber Heard. They're getting married. I guess they're going to have a relationship.
Would you like to see a full-out comedy, Meet the Parents style?
Oh my gosh!
Movie about Aquaman and Amber Heard.
Oh my gosh! Going home to meet Dolph and his wife.
Yeah, they're going over to their seashell house and ask permission to marry her.
Can Owen Wilson be the ex-boyfriend who's just perfect?
Yeah. He can.
And he's just like the surfer of all sea people. He's been the furthest. He rides the waves. Like he has a sea turtle that he rides around on.
Yeah, and he's just he is cleaning up all the beaches that were wrecked in this movie.
Wow.
He's like the environmentalist. He's like really trying to right the wrongs, where Aquaman is just like, I gotta rule the kingdom. I can't be cleaning up beaches right now.
He developed a net so there's tons of particles of plastic on the ocean floor that are just choking things. He develops a net that can get all those particles.
Yeah, yeah. So it's crazy. That, speaking of Waterworld, Kevin Costner ended up making a mint off of Waterworld.
How come?
Because during that movie, he got really aware of like pollution. So he developed these or invested in this these filters for oil spills. And then when that big oil spill happened, it was Kevin Costner's water filters that helped clean up the big oil spill that happened 6 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. So, that movie, The Guardian? He became the Guardian.
He became the Guardian. But I would love to see that comedy movie of just who's coming home to dinner in Under the Water? And it's just Dolph and Jason Momoa being super awkward.
Playing volleyball.
Yeah.
Underwater volleyball. And then Aquaman gets all awkward and he starts talking about milking a seahorse.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It'd be crazy.
Oh my gosh. Did you think Nicole Kidman looked like a predator in this film?
100% I thought she did. And I loved every minute of it.
That's the same subplot from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
But that was the same year, so you can't blame them.
No, it was the same. Actually, it was the same subplot from Predators with Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh yeah, because he had been there forever. Hey,
right? He was hidden as one.
Do you think it's his last name is Fishburne, and they called on the Event Horizon set they called him Fish. Do you think that was a kind of a thing? Yeah,
I think that they went 3 jokes deep, and they're like, we're gonna do this subplot with Nicole Kidman to make a really, really thinly veiled Lawrence Fishburne joke. Yeah, I think that's what they did.
I love it. Now, why do Atlantans need vehicles when they can swim 100 miles an hour?
Because you gotta look cool.
Luggage?
Yeah. So, did you ever see the movie with Ralph Macchio called Crossroads, where he's a blues guitar player?
No, that's not real.
Mark, we have to do that movie. You, me, and Megan need to do Crossroads.
Is this a Youngblood picture?
You've never seen Crossroads?
The Britney Spears movie?
No, the Ralph Macchio movie.
I know. Nope, never saw it.
Oh, you need to watch it. As a young guitar player in high school, it was my favorite movie.
All right, let's do it. I'm always in, man.
So
I'm down.
You know the song Crossroads by Robert Johnson, where he sells his soul to the devil?
Yes.
To get rid of. So it posits that song is true, and then in that song there's the lyrics as Willie Brown, Blind Dog Fulton, and so it's about Ralph Macchio looking for this lost blues song and freeing this old harmonica player from an old folks home and taking him hitchhiking to Mississippi.
What?
Yeah. And
people love this. Walter Hill directed it?
Yeah. Jamie Gertz is in it.
Well, all right, Walter Hill, man. I gotta go see that.
Yeah.
Joe Morton?
Yeah, it's something.
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
That's interesting. How'd you feel about Amber Heard's jellyfish dress?
I liked it.
Did you like? I like the way they lit with bioluminescence. They're like, the ocean would be so dark you couldn't see anything. You could literally see nothing if you're just down there. But I like that it was lit by bioluminescence and jellyfish and lava. And also they had that throwaway line where your eyes will adjust. Yes. Right? And so, but I thought that was a pretty shrewd move. And I also like that James Wan wanted every set to kind of be like it grew there. They didn't have contractors putting up scaffolding, clamolding, and working on structures. They built these out of the rocks down there. And they it's an interesting, but where'd they get the steel for where are they building their machines? And and what is the steel that does not rust in salt water? So I think it's not steel. I think it's calcium. They're planes? Yeah, I know. I think their planes are all calcium and pearl kind of grown materials. That's a lot of pearl growing. Yeah, but it's been there for years and years and years. Yeah. So I don't think there's a whole lot of hot water forges under the ocean. where are they putting in these jetpacks then so the jetpacks are they build these all in wet conditions?
Yeah, as soon as you go into building a jetpack under the water, it really falls apart.
Well, maybe they do those air bubbles. Remember that yada yada scene where
that was in Justice League.
Yeah, and remember they didn't want to pay for all of it. So there's that scene inside the ship where they do the bubble and they don't have to be stuck in water, and he has that whole fight scene. That saves on budget. So they probably have a factory where they do the yada yada bubble, and then they can just build their stuff in there in dry docks and then release it into the water from the yada yada bubble.
Yeah, it's funny. So Zack Snyder did the air bubble in Justice League, so they could talk to each other, and then James Wan was like, "Yeah, we're overthinking it. We're just going to talk underwater. We're not going to. You don't need to think about that."
Yeah, that was pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about their banter, Amber Heard? Like, there's a bogey on our 6. What is that? It's behind us.
So I didn't love Amber Heard in this movie.
I had a problem with, at the end of this film, I thought that she should have been king. Because she did more than, like, Momoa does nothing in this movie. She seems like the more responsible person.
Yeah, no, he definitely doesn't want to do any of this stuff.
And she remembers the things. He's like, oh yeah, he said 436. Like, she actually remembers everything. She wants to do what's best for Atlantis. She wants to prevent war. And at the end, they're like, here's the dude, he's the king. That kind of bothered me a little bit. I didn't like that.
Yeah. No, it was a little bit, his character was a little bit like, I'm a rebellious teenager, just like shucking the system. I don't want to do what I'm supposed to do, right?
And he did nothing he had no turn of heart in this film. So, you know, in those movies where the prodigal son comes back and he's very, you know, he's lost, he's humbled, and he's ready to lead. He's accepted that fact. In this one, he rides a 2.5 kilometer thing, wipes out everybody, beats up on his brother, and he's like, well, I guess I'm king now.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of love it, but this movie's weird, isn't it?
When he jumps out of the water in that, like, hero shot.
Yeah.
My daughter Aislinn in the theater was like, Dad, I'd like to have that poster in my room.
Oh, that's cool.
So, despite all what you just said, it's still super cool when he jumps up and he's like Aquaman all of a sudden. And you're like, oh, here we are. Listen, now this is it.
He's a super cool dude. Like, if I was in a bar, I wouldn't go up to him all tough and ask for a selfie, but I'd buy him a beer.
Yeah. And so here's the thing, though, with Jason Momoa, and it's what I call the rock factor. But he is more endearing and charming than any of the material he's given. He just turns straw into gold.
Yeah, I could see that.
So this movie was like, it was alright, but Jason Momoa's in it, and you're like, it's just a treat to be part of. Because he's so endearing, even though his character is a bit of a wiener sometimes. He's like, it's Jason Momoa, you can't be angry at him.
Were you worried about that goat on the airplane next to that open door?
No. No, goats are pretty resilient.
It kind of knew, it knew the deal, didn't it, would you say?
Yeah, and goats are just always smashing their heads off stuff anyways. Like, you ever go to the zoo, and you go to the goats, they're always just fighting and smashing their heads into each other.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he's gonna be fine. Even if he fell out, he'd be fine.
Now, there are moments when Momoa is very smart when he's talking about the statues and guiding the way, but then there's other moments where, is that a problem with the writing? Right.
No, I think he's actually smart in those moments, but he's playing the doofus because that's his move when it comes to women.
Oh, I have a question. What if this is like a Chris Pratt? Could he have pulled off what Momoa pulled off in this movie?
I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, Momoa has the build and he's just ripped. And so whether he's dumb or not, you know he's going to win the fist fight. Yeah. Whereas Chris Pratt, I don't know that.
Yeah. He's good though. I mean, he carries this movie. People love movies don't make a 1.1 billion if audiences don't love it.
So my mom, who's not a superhero movie fan, likes her movies based in reality, called me up and said, have you seen Aquaman yet? He's my new favorite actor.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? Just because he was so adorable in this movie.
He gets along with his. How does his dad drink more than him? That's not healthy.
Yeah, but it's because his dad is actually a Green Lantern named Abin Sur.
Yeah, and he's Jango Fett.
And he's Jango Fett.
And he's in, speaking about mountains, Vertical Limit. He's in Vertical Limit.
Oh, what a resume Tiamu Morrison has, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty stellar.
He takes that fish eating pretty easily, though.
Yeah, but, like, we eat sushi. Is that different?
If you had a fish tank and you feed these fish every day, and you're by yourself, right? Your son's not around. Or wait, his son, no, he was single. He was just a single dude, and he had a fish tank, which is close to his couch, so he's always next to these fish. And someone eats one. You're not just gonna be like, it's cool.
I had a bigger problem with the bass guitar in the background.
You don't see him plucking away?
I totally buy he'd be plugging in the bass, but it was plugged into a Vox AC30, which is a guitar amplifier. And you'd never plug a bass into a guitar amplifier, it'd blow it up. So
that was really bad production design then.
It just bothered me. It was like a throwaway moment and no one else really noticed it, and I was like, that's not what you do.
Oh wow, that's
but
interesting.
I think it was there because Jason Momoa was learning how to play bass during this movie. So he just walked around with a bass all the time.
And I could see him buying he just bought an amp from someone on the street because he's just such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid $7,000 for this. That's like $80. The guy needed money. I'm cool.
But I think that amp is a beautiful looking amplifier, so it probably looked better in the shot.
I mean, I guess in that world, since it's a different world, maybe that is a different type of amp. You know what I mean?
Vox AC30B.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, we just solved it.
You just solved it. I take that back.
Does it make you feel better about that movie now?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice.
No, my guitar nerdisms they'll drive me crazy. Like the Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
but
yeah.
every guitar he plays in it is from the 70s.
Oh no.
And they definitely are period wrong, and it just drives me up the wall.
That's like me when I watch tennis movies, because I played tennis for years.
Yeah.
But I box too, but you can't box correctly on screen. But tennis, that looks so bad. And also, you know me, man, with my extras, Megan's getting kind of sick of it. I'll see some extra walking in the background. I'm like, look at that! They're not moving their arms! Yeah, that gets me, man. That drives me up the wall. Do those creatures in the trench eat each other?
They eat anything.
Because, think about this. There are, would you say, billions of people in the sea?
Yeah.
They have to eat. So why would Atlantis allow all the whales to be hunted to extinction?
Well, I think they were hiding for a long time.
Yeah, but at night, you could just go punch a hole in the boat, and no one would ever know because that boat sunk.
Yeah, but do they care, maybe?
You don't think they care about the sea life?
I think they care about it, but not enough to get caught.
Do you think they'd get caught if they one of them by themselves swimming up at night, just pop, punch it, sink the ship?
Problem. If ships just keep sinking all the time, they're gonna get fishy.
They're gonna get fishy. This movie, it's starting to remind me more of Black Panther because you have the isolation of.
Oh, I think this movie was just Black Panther underwater, 100%.
It's that hero's journey, essentially. Yep. There's so many of these hero journeys, but yeah, they're isolationists. But then they want to go out and, since they have better materials, go and take over the world, which some people want to do. And they're related, Orm and them. And then you had, Michael B. Jordan and Killmonger and T'Challa.
Yeah. Who do you think would win in a battle? Atlantis or Wakanda?
Ooh. Okay, well, here's the thing. Right now, they could send tidal waves all around Africa, right?
Yeah.
Which would really destabilize the continent, correct?
I think so.
Okay, so you've destabilized the continent. And then they can actually get onto land. They have breathing apparatuses. Yeah. Once they send out those initial attacks, there's no way that the Wakandans have enough technology to get to them. Would you say?
Yeah.
So if the Wakandans had 50 years, 20 years to build underwater ships, it'd be closer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that the Atlanteans being able to fight on land and in the water are like such an X factor that it takes a lot to compete against that.
Who wins? T'Challa or in his suit or Aquaman? Aquaman's gonna get cut because he'll have the vibranium. That's probably the same thing as Atlantean steel, right?
I don't know. I think vibranium's indestructible, but doesn't mean it's sharp enough to cut Aquaman.
Yeah, because if that that huge bullet shoots him, it's not going to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see them fighting. I want to see them hang out, right?
I would love to see the buddy cop movie of T'Challa and Arthur.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Right?
While Lupita Nyong'o and Amber Heard are actually doing the good stuff, they're just rolling around tearing stuff up.
Yeah, but like a Lethal Weapon movie, but just like with T'Challa and Arthur.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Another question for you: did that Carathian punch a hole through the Earth's core going into the battle?
I think he sure tried. Like he gave it the old college try, but I don't know if it succeeded or not. But it got quite a way.
It came through the crust, and Aquaman was on its head. How does that work?
There was a lot of physics in this movie that I just accepted.
Like obviously it works, right?
Yeah, but no, we've never talked about this.
What?
We've never talked about Julie Andrews.
Yeah, doing the voice.
Doing the voice at the same time that Mary Poppins was in the theater.
Yeah.
That's crazy if you think about it.
She had a good run for a while there.
Yeah.
It's just wild that Julie Andrews did the voice.
Yeah. So all this being said with the physics and like you're right. It's a nuts movie, Mark. It's nuts. And the logic is flawed. And it's just, there's octopuses playing drums and there's.
Oh, I find that totally believable.
But I loved every second of this movie.
Oh, there's nothing to hate.
No, it's so good. It's just so fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could tell James Wan made this with a smile on his face.
Right. And as opposed to like, hey, James, do you want to make Black Manta look kind of like new and sleek? He's like, no, I want him to look ridiculous like he does in the comic book.
Super dorky.
Super dorky. Do you want to have like a new sleek take on Aquaman's suit? No. I want him to be orange and green like in the comic books. And they do it so well.
And I want Dolph Lundgren in the movie.
And I want this movie to be Oscar worthy, so we gotta put Dolph Lundgren in it.
You know, they were talking about the special effects. You know, this movie pushed special effects, and the guy who worked on it, Kevin McEwen, he was talking about the 2,300 digital shots. And they were asking everybody who worked on this movie. We're talking about some of the best visual effects artists on the planet. And this guy's like, honestly, they're like, what sequence was the hardest? He's like, honestly, there are too many difficult sequences in this movie to make that determination. It was just flat out hard across the board. Sorry to sound dramatic, but it's the truth. And then they're like, is there something specific that gave you short nights? He's like, all of them were short nights. I didn't get sleep. And then this other guy was just saying how, he was like, it was just, and everyone was just saying it's the most insane thing they ever worked on, but they loved working with James Wan. So it seems like people weren't sleeping, but they were really enjoying creating this world. And you could feel that in the finished product, even though, and I tell you, man, these guys, they had 5 different visual effects companies running at the same time to finish this movie. Because after they completed this film, they had 12 weeks to screen it for a test audience. Now, if you turn in something to a test audience that is, the visual effects are crappy, they're just going to comment on that. You're not going to get any valid criticism because they won't see the full film, so they'll just complain. So these guys, they across all these different countries, 5 different companies working their butts off. And I mean, I think they nailed it. People have complained about, the night tidal wave, the night trench, the murky battles. But the problem is in this time crunch, you can't have battles during the day because that's so much more visual effects. It has to be a little dark and it has to be a little murky. So even though you can say, oh, it's so murky here, I don't know what's going on, they had to do that to complete it. That was my once every episode I got to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I was just amazed at how much better Atlantis looked in this movie than in Justice League. Mm-hmm. Right? Like it was a notable step up. And so, cause when I saw Justice League, I actually was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to like Aquaman with the way they talk underwater, with the way they look when they swim. Like, I just don't know if I'm going to dig it. And then this movie blew me away. I was so excited about it.
What did you think about Willem Dafoe's role? And so at the end, there's a big fight scene, and they're just cutting to Willem Dafoe going, yeah, oh yeah.
So it reminded me of Dennis Quaid in G.I. Joe.
Oh.
Remember, and so there's a last battle going on, and he's like, send in the sharks.
Yep.
They kept cutting to him, and he's just saying stuff.
Yep.
And clearly it was just like pickup shots they made after to like splice him in. But I was like, yeah, kind of like, I'm rooting for this guy now. It was a lot of fun.
Send in the jalapeno poppers. What? We'll
Exactly.
ADR it later.
Right. We'll make this make sense later.
Send in the pickles. Wait, what?
Exactly.
That movie made me money. I think I watched it and I wrote an article for Cracked about people who spend way too much money on secret layers. I mean,
Nice.
how are they building that underneath the Arctic?
And what else? I think we've talked about it 4 times. What else do they want? Like, what are they trying to take over if they have enough money to build that facility?
Yeah, and they built it over an ice shelf that could just fall on them.
Right.
So the whole time, they didn't have to send any submarines, right? All they had to do was drop a missile on the ice chunks above them. Wow. And there's a lot to talk about in this movie. We haven't talked about everything, but is there anything else you wanted to get? I have pages and pages of notes here. But
and then we get into it, it just sprawls like oil on the top of the water, right? It just spreads out.
Yeah.
But I think I really want to get into the 5, our list here, Mark.
Yeah.
Our signature list. And so it's the 5 coolest things we saw in this movie.
Oh, okay. So, wait, do you want to rattle off all 5, or you do one, I do one?
I'll do one, you'll do one, we'll go back and forth.
Okay. I love it.
Okay. My top favorite moment in this movie, coolest thing I saw, it was actually a shot. It was a shot in Fight with Nicole Kidman and the soldiers in the beginning of the movie. And the camera goes above her head and she does like a cartwheel on top of the trident and throws a trident through the guy into the wall.
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest, like, beat of any fight scene I'd seen in a long time.
That is a excellent fight scene. And even during cinema sins, I think the guy took off 2 sins for the fight scene. He's like, this is amazing. Really well done. Nicole Kidman crushes him. I think it sets up how powerful the Atlantans are. She wants to protect him. Not only is it good at character building, but it kind of shows how far the Atlantans are going. Yeah, beautifully shot film. I love that.
Yeah.
My number 1 is when Dolph Lundgren takes off his helmet and does the hair swish.
The hair swish is a good moment.
I sent you that GIF, didn't I?
You did, and it made my day.
I found that clip and I made a GIF. Because when has Dolph Lundgren ever gotten a hair swish in a DC movie?
He hasn't gotten a hair swish in any movie.
Yeah, you're right. This was his first hair swish in a $160 million movie.
And he said he would have done this movie for free.
Yeah, he did, too.
He's like, I've been in all kinds of, like, Expendables movies, but this is a superhero movie. I would have done it for free.
Yeah, he's like, you want to be part of these.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Broken helmet, and Atlantean puts his face in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, and he gets the breath. Oh, right?
Yeah. In a very intense fight scene, there was a moment of levity in that.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good gag right there, right?
It's a great gag. And the timing was perfect.
All right, my second one is, I think you might have this as the trench scene, where they jump off the boat with the flares, and you see just how many there are of them in the water.
Yeah. Did that shot remind you of the shot from 300 where they're all falling off the cliff?
I guess. It was in kind of slower motion, so I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just more Snyder stuff.
Snyder stuff.
No, wait, why didn't she just wake up Aquaman and they swam there instead of taking a slow boat?
I think because they need to have the movie needed to be a couple hours long.
Yeah, got it. All right, what do you got?
Belle, so they're fighting with Black Manta in Italy. The bell is going to fall on that small girl, and Aquaman jumps and just, like, body checks the bell out of the way.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I thought that was amazing.
All right, so I actually have this, and this is the same scene where Mira jumps on the roof and one of the Atlantans jumps through the wall. Yeah. And the reason I like that is that scene, if you watch that action scene in Italy, it's one of the most coherent action scenes I've seen in a long time.
I love that there was 2 chases happening at the same time.
Yep.
And they would, like, zoom through buildings to each other. I thought that was brilliant.
And you knew the geography. There's so many movies that you watch where, I mean, we're not old, like, where are they? But you're like, I think I know where they are. But this one was a very cohesive, thought out move. And I just liked, I don't know, I dug that, I don't know, I like a good jumping through wall, too. And not only did he didn't jump through one window into another window, that dude jumped through a wall. Yeah. I loved it. I didn't like the wine scene, though. That felt very wasteful. But other than that.
The wine scene was a bit much.
Like, what? Wine spikes? A guy's business is done.
Yeah, no, his entire, like, inheritance for his kids, his whole livelihood is just gone.
Yep. Done.
Just dunskies.
All right, what do you got?
I thought the Orn Aquaman first fight where Aquaman loses was a brilliant fight scene.
Oh, the one problem I have is I bought tickets for this fight scene and they leave the auditorium. You can't watch it then because there's no screens.
Okay.
It's random. I just watched the octopus then.
Yeah, 100%. No, I just thought that was a cool fight scene. I thought it was neat how they broke his mom's trident. I just like, for being an Aquaman fan, that was a cool little moment for me.
And you actually kind of almost took one of mine. But remember in the trailer during the fight scene when that massive, I think when Orm beats up on Aquaman, then the crowd just cheers. And there are those people, those extras that are really good at cheering. Remember they're like, what? And then they go, Rah! What a great shot. That's a great trailer moment. So I'm going to put the crowd, I love to see the crowd cheer. That was, when you saw that trailer and you saw that, did you not like it?
I loved it. I loved it so much.
All right. And what's your fifth one?
My fifth one is the octopus playing drums.
Oh, yeah. All right. You took that, so I'll pick another one. I mean, that's just epic, right?
It's epic. It's a throwback to the 60s cartoon. It's everything this movie needs to be.
Now, my fifth and final one, it's a little weird, but at the very end, when Orm and Aquaman have their battle, they both jump out of the air and land on a giant ship. Aquaman lands on the giant ship and rolls. He's still kind of awkward. He doesn't have the superhero landing yet. But then Orm comes out of the air and just nails the landing. And then he turns his head. And it's just such a great shot. And it showed that Jason Momoa still has some humility to him. That he let P-Dub have a badass moment in the end. A great moment. So I love that scene where P-Dub just nails it. P-Dub has a superhero landing in this movie. And that makes me very happy.
Absolutely.
I love it. I don't think we need to cut. We don't need to. Are we going to cut these down, or are we just going to do?
No, because it's just stuff we saw that was cool, and at the end of the day, this is such a cool looking movie.
You know, I did so much research, but I don't want to drop all this nerdy stuff on people. But yeah, I mean, listen, man, I enjoy this. I'd watch if this is on TV. I'm keeping it on. It's just well done. You could tell that Wan is having fun. I do think it's very murdery. I don't think I'll ever be able to get over that.
Yeah, but.
So when
that's what these movies are though, like without huge like explosions and like huge death tolls, it's the scope is growing. Like Roland Emmerich started the whole thing with Independence Day, like blowing up the White House and cities and whatnot. But since then there's been this escalating like scope of damage, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's just what's going to happen. And when you can put faceless crab people on it, that's what they're going to do.
It's just aliens blew up the White House, right? Superman fought Zod in the city because he knew if he fought him there, it would mess with Zod's senses, so he had a better chance to kill him there and risk thousands as opposed to billions. In Avengers, a portal was opened and they had to fight intergalactic CGI creatures. In this one, the hero comes out of nowhere, destroys armies that had been tricked into war and had been peaceful up until that point, and he kills thousands of them. And then he's the king. No one's going to like him.
Yeah.
He killed everyone's cousin.
Yeah, but I think that they're just happy he's back. They've wanted Aquaman to be the king for a long time.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm not swaying you on this. Every time I bring it up, you're like,
You're not. He's my boy.
There's a brick wall right there.
No,
but I get the same too, so I get it.
Yeah.
But, this was fun. Well, thank you for joining me, man. This was great.
No problem. Anytime. So what are we doing next?
Oh, so what movie?
Yeah.
Wait, we had it set. I had the list down. It wasn't Faster, was it? It was, here, let me pull this up.
Were we doing Walking Tall next?
Let's see. Yeah, I think we're doing, let me check. You and I had a whole system. I sent you a thing and then you're like, yeah, I dig it. And then we both forget. But we have it in writing here, so that's good. That's a start for us. So wait, I want to do the Walking Tall. Oh yeah, when do you want to do? So after Faster. So we have Hobbs and Shaw, Faster, Walking Tall, and then we were thinking about doing 12 Rounds.
Right.
Rennie Harlan picture.
And then we're going to do Crossroads.
Yes, and then we'll do Crossroads. But we have Hobbs and Shaw next, and we're bringing Megan on for that one.
Yeah, because that's fantastic.
All right, this is good. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodges, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.